Yep, this is helping a lot, Kat. Mm. Right. This is a beautiful piece of technology being worked right now. Yep, this is exactly how it's supposed to go. Mm-hmm. Yep. Somewhere. Here we go. Finally. Why do you bash the show so much? Well, there's a lot of reasons. The first one is it's not very good. That's probably the most important one, actually. Very funny uploads. Thanks. Appreciate that. I didn't think my cat would want to be so into this. Well, there's going to be a sock in it, I guess. Hey, everybody. You're watching Gold Rush in a Rush, and we're recapping nothing. If you think the show's no good, why do you watch? Well, this isn't. I wasn't going to go to questions right away. I made a video a while back called Why the World Hates Todd Hoffman. So if you want to know why I watch the show and bash it at the same time, you can watch that. Hey, Alberta, Canada, how you doing? So this might be the last Todd Hoffman episode, and I've been doing this for 5 long years. So I thought I would just go in. I would just go in and say, kind of in a leading up to the episode, just an extended thanks for everyone who's been watching all of these years, letting me suffer for you. It's been a long, crazy journey, and I know some of you have been watching since I started in season 4, and those were miserable episodes that I was making, and mostly unwatchable, even to me. So I appreciate it. Also did Oak Island. Yeah, uh, some of these questions. Yes, I did Oak Island. I got suckered into it, and it is worse than I thought. It's hard to believe how little they cover until you've finished an episode, and then you look and you realize you've only been talking for less than a minute, and you've covered everything. So it's pretty amazing. Yes, the jungle was the worst. Season 4 was just so brutally bad in all respects, in that it made everybody look bad. Dave looked bad, and Todd looked bad, and Freddie looked bad. It was just, ugh, it's just horrible. I just have these terrible memories, and of all the seasons to start with, that one was really bad. Hey UK, thanks for watching. I love doing these for people around the world that then don't have to wait, because you're like 3 months behind or something, right? That's just like totally unfair. Anyway, that's it. Just started watching a month ago. Oh man, you've got you've got 5 years of horrible sarcasm again and again that you can just keep watching and liking and subscribing. Uh, no, 4 days behind. Well, that's better, I guess. I'm still spoiling it for you. That's why I always have the spoilers ahead. Diamonds. Yeah, there were diamonds, all right. All, what, 5 of them that were worth about $18. So, yeah, or 4 diamonds. It was just. I don't know how it came to it, or he obviously thought it was a good idea, and the show thought it was a good idea. It just turned out to be not a good idea. It just turned out to be a miserable idea for them, for us watching, for Discovery, the whole works. Have your child? Yeah, I was gonna do. Someone said the drinking game. I was gonna put together for this last episode bingo cards, where you would, every time there was a head rub, every time there was a helmet throw, you fill in a bingo square or drink however you want to play it. But then I realized everybody's dead before the episode's over because this thing's 90 minutes long, and there's no way anybody survives for 90 minutes. Do a video of Todd's career losses. Yes, I'm going to. Strangely enough, despite the fact that I've made this kind of a side hobby of mine, I had no idea that tonight was the last episode. I think there is going to be one next week because he made a big deal about it being 316 next week for 316 mining and other things. So it depends on how much energy I have tonight, whether I will do the how much he made. And actually, my main goal is to do a Todd Hoffman lifetime total. So to basically summarize the last 8 years. And as some of you know, and someone may comment, you already know what I'm going to say the total is over 8 years, but it'll just be amazing to finally see it. Meet Tony Beats. Yeah, that would be cool, actually. Closest I came was Dakota Fred, and it wasn't me, it was my in-laws. But they went up to Porcupine Creek, so that's something, I guess. Tony would probably charge to see him. Well, he's earned it. He's... I don't even know what to say. He's very well spoken. I think he's probably good at poetry. You probably, if you get close to his beard, you probably get powers of some kind. A spin-off with Hunter. Whoever just commented that, you need to Alt F4, get off your keyboard. If there's ever a... no thanks. Yes, Infinity and Beyond. That pretty much sums it up very nicely, actually. Dozer Dave, yeah, so as far as what do I expect next year, because that's some of the comments, some people have said Dave, and that seems like the logical choice. Rick would be good too. Some people have said Dakota Fred coming back. I like him on his own show. I think I made that clear in the comments. I would just hope for someone new. I think that what the show lacks, and has lacked for a really long time, is that stripped down, low budget, people just working really hard and learning from their mistakes. And so I am 100% in favor of, and I like Dave, and I like Rick, and all the rest, but I would just so much like to see a new crew doing their own thing. Yeah, Parker, for as much as bad as I've said, he has grown, and what really kind of clued me into it is how much of him swearing at the crew is clearly edited in after the fact. It's like he wasn't a bad enough guy, so they were just artificially adding it in. So it's nice to see. I think he's grown a lot, and I think they're working hard, and it's clearly they have results versus some of the other crews, maybe one in particular. I hate that they went with the Gold Rush format with Fred. What do you mean by that? The high drama? A lot of people are not liking the Whitewater, and I know it's not for everyone, and the drama's a little rough, and Todd Hoffman being there is wildly unnecessary. But it looks like a job I wouldn't want to have. The idea that you're diving in the Whitewater for it. So in that way, it's interesting to me versus I watch what Todd does, and it's just like, that's nothing, man. He's just hobbling around and driving his car and taking his helmet on and off. It's like, that's boring to watch. Whereas the Whitewater, I don't know, it's just more interesting to me. Yeah, putting Todd in it. Whitewater is a great show. Thank you, John's Paranormal TV. I think so too. But I think, well, I don't know. I think I've bred a channel of people who are sarcastic and mean in their comments, because maybe I'm that way. Maybe. So, I don't know, maybe it just brings out the worst. Next season of Gold Rush is not Gold Rush anymore because Todd's not there. In a way, Todd hasn't been there for years. I mean, he's there, but what's he... Yes, the comment sections is half the fun. I agree. When I first made these, I was a little bit embarrassed to put my name on them, so I actually stayed far away from the comments. But the stuff that you folks say is far funnier than anything I can conjure up in 3 minutes. That is for sure. Did I ever watch Yukon Gold? No, and people ask all the time, and it's just I've never seen it. Surprisingly, despite this YouTube nonsense, I don't really watch TV like ever, and if it wasn't for this show and actually just the kind words and people encouraging me, I don't know that I'd still even be watching Gold Rush. Oak Island, though, I'm kind of a sucker for that. Yeah. Hey, if someone wanted to take over that show so I could watch it in a minute, that would be awesome. Whitewater filmed a few years ago. Yes, my understanding is Whitewater was filmed in 2016. So that was just, well, if it's 2018, but two mining seasons ago. All right, I missed a bunch. Comments. Fred and crew go to the Yukon. Yeah, that would be good. How many people are on the Hoffman crew? Oh boy, in preparation for the lifetime total or the yearly total for Todd this year, I've taken a bunch of screenshots anytime they had the campfire clean out to try and figure out exactly how many people are there. And it seems like it's like between 15 and 20 people. And if he's going to make the claim that they're all going home with gold in their pockets, well, they're going to have to spread that gold pretty thin. So how many people are there? Your guess is as good as mine. Do you know the Gold Rush gossip guy? I believe you're referring to the Gold Rush. What was the original name? Gold Rush Alaska Gossip. Do I know him? No. But him and I share many opinions on many things. That is for sure. Hey, hi. Whoever just said hi. The amount of overhead involved. Yes, yeah, related to Parker. Yeah, he's been pretty honest about admitting that. He actually doesn't make much money, which, of course, some might argue that he makes no money at all. But yeah, his overhead is ridiculous, but at least he's honest about it versus other people. Would I go gold mining? No. I couldn't do it because it looks cold and I don't like cold. No, would I do it for a summer if Discovery was paying? Yes. Would I want to be away from my family that long? Probably not, although they bring their whole family with them, so maybe what does it matter? Do you know versus the Rick under 6 days at 10 hours? One of the things I meant to do and I didn't is I had an interview lined up with some of the people in Fairplay, Colorado, and who better would know how often they're running and how long they're running than those folks. So I really wanted to do that, and just time got away from me, so I didn't do it. So how long? Who knows? How long does Todd work versus the rest of the crew? That's the real question. Will I make T-shirts? What would they say? They would just say no. They would just say, and they found nothing, or it would be the so what happened, which if you want, well, my kids do an impersonation of me doing the Gold Rush voice, and I realize how ridiculous it sounds. So Parker works harder than Todd. Yes, absolutely. There seems to be no question. Would I rather work for Tony or Parker? Well, probably Tony. Although Parker seems to have a lot of fun, and Chris Dumit seems like a cool guy, and Rick seems cool, so I don't know, that'd be cool. Either one. I wouldn't mind working for Todd either. Just that's not real at all. Yeah, to work for Parker, that would be interesting, I think. So, a face to the name, yes. This is what the voice sounds like when it's not behind a microphone, rapidly editing his quick statements one after another. There's the Hunter comment again. Yeah, for those of you who want to meet Tony Beats, I think you just hang out at the car shows, right? And then eventually, or the tractor sale places, that's my technical term, he shows up at those. I know a guy who got 112 ounces under a big rock. Yes, it is so much of a chance. And spoiler alert, spoilers ahead. Some of you have figured out the ending already of Whitewater, and yes, they don't find much gold, but it is chance, and that was what was intriguing about season 1 of Gold Rush, and on Todd's end, and then a little bit on season 2, is just there was always that chance, and then you just learned after a while, no, there's no chance for these people. Thank you for Gold Rush and a Rush. Yes, very much. And I always try and thank everyone for watching. And again, that's what this was about, just to see what happened. If there is going to be another finale episode, I might do one other run-up in there. But I'll probably just be reading the comments of people tearing me apart for lying about Todd's gold number totals. Will Dave come back? Someone said that, or quite a few people said there was an interview where he was hinting that he was coming back. So I guess somewhere to something he's coming back. I don't know. But it sure seemed like a lot of people were convinced. Yes. When people point to the seasons Todd made money, they point to season 3, but in season 3, Dave did everything. And in season 5 and 6, I mean, Dave was running basically everything. This season, when you look at which of the claims made money, the only one that made money is Freddie Dodge's. And so does Todd make money? Yeah, when he gets someone else to do all the work. Yeah, Dave he's good, and it's that way he went out, it was strange. He just kind of disappeared after that weird fighting thing, so I don't know what's going on with that. Todd's Dunkin' Donuts bill was more than his gold count. Are we gonna go there? Yeah, probably. So, all right, just a couple more minutes, then I gotta run to the TV and watch Gold Rush and take notes. And 90 minutes tonight. 90 minutes. Ay. Blah, blah, Bering Sea Gold. People have asked about the Bering Sea Gold, and having never watched an episode, I'd be so far behind. I watched one where somebody was diving off a raft, and then, or a little floating. It was like a 2-person boat, and one person was under, and then the other person was like, I've had it with him. And then they just drove away and left him underwater. And I was like, what is this stuff I'm watching? That might not even be the same show. Someone can point it out. But at this point, I'd be so far behind. I don't know who anybody is. I don't know what's going on. It would just be a mess. Couldn't have a show with 3 competent miners. Yes, I agree. There is no show if everyone knows what they're doing. Drop Tony. Drop Parker. Bring in a new crew. I don't care if they know what they're doing. I don't care if they're successful. I want them to be hard workers, and I want them to learn from their previous mistakes. But that's just me. Oh, yeah, the fighting. The Dave fighting. I love the secret camera shots that are always from behind the trees, just conveniently located. It's one of my favorite things of these last 2 seasons, the candid camera aspects of it. It's just so ridiculous. Please don't stop. I've helped you out. Yes. Oak Island is the one I'm really tormented about because Tuesday nights are busy, but Friday night I can stay up all night and watch this nonsense and get to reply back. So Gold Rush has always been my favorite, but yeah, we'll see. Usually about this time when we get to the last episode, I'm so utterly burned out with doing this and conjuring up that voice and finding a different way to say they found nothing in some unique way. That I always say at the end of the season, I'm just like, I'm never doing this again. So if I never do it again, again, I got to head out here. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. Whether you're watching now live, just kind of sprung this on you. Thanks for just randomly showing up. Or if you're watching this at a later point, how much gold did he steal? I don't know where the rumors started that the old man is stealing gold, but whoever started it, everyone is convinced of it. So 50%. I've never tried to feed the gold stealing rumors, but all of you have seemed to have bought in pretty good. So 60%. Yes. 60% of what? 60% of nothing is still nothing. So what's the point of stealing any of it? Hey, Moscow, how you doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in. So, all right, I got 4 minutes. I gotta head up and watch Gold Rush. Oh boy. Well, this was fun, everybody. Thanks for watching. I might do another live one before the final episode that I think is still next week in 316, which should be yet another Todd goodbye. So thank you so much, everybody, for 5 years of this misery. Go now. Go to your TVs and watch Gold Rush, unless you're overseas. And then watch my show. And then in 3 days, you can watch Gold Rush. Until next time, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.